Barcelona has long been associated with a particular brand of football that is focused on controlling possession, accurate passing, and smooth movement. But when new managers brought their ideals to the team, there has been a change in strategy in recent years.
As soon as he assumed the position of head coach at Barcelona, club legend Xavi Hernandez set out to bring back the spirit of tiki-taka football, which he personified during his playing career. He approached the game with the intention of controlling the ball and setting the pace. Although his tactical approach stuck to Barcelona's heritage, it exposed some significant flaws that prevented the team from moving forward.
The way he prioritizes possession above penetration. Xavi's approach was to hold the ball and create opportunities for play across the midfield, an approach recalling of Barcelona's time. This gave the team the ability to dominate the game, set the pace, and restrict the opportunities of the opposition. But it frequently came at the price of verticality and directness, which made Barcelona's offensive style predictable. The lack of variation in offensive patterns made it difficult to break down opponents against well-organized defenses, which resulted in missed opportunities to score in crucial games.
During Xavi's tenure, reliance on veteran players was a serious problem. He was placing bets on seasoned athletes such as Jordi Alba, Gerard Piqué, and Sergio Busquets. Even though these players had a wealth of expertise, Barcelona occasionally lacked the dynamic required for intense games due to their advanced age and waning physique. The team's potential and its capacity to adjust to the demands of modern football, especially when facing high-pressing teams, were separated by this reliance.
Defensive problems and wide line of vision. Due to Xavi's preference for a high defensive line and forceful pressing, Barcelona was vulnerable to counterattacks. The absence of a strong defensive framework frequently resulted in expensive errors in games versus teams with quick attackers. Although ambitious, his pressing method lacked the consistency needed to keep opponents from getting around it. This caused Barcelona vulnerable in decisive Champions League matches as opponents were able to take advantage of the gaps behind their defense.
The team's inconsistent performance in crucial games, particularly in Europe, was one of the most obvious flaws under Xavi's leadership. Barcelona frequently had trouble executing their game strategy against elite opponents, even while they controlled the ball. Early Champions League eliminations and a loss of confidence during crucial points were the results of this failure to adjust to various game circumstances.
But Hansi Flick's arrival gave Barcelona's tactical approach an entirely new perspective. Known for his achievements with Bayern Munich, Flick changed the way the squad performed on the field by bringing in a more direct, high-intensity style. His philosophy increased the team's flexibility and competitiveness by mixing Barcelona's heritage of technical brilliance with a real approach.
In contrast to Xavi, Flick adopted a more dynamic, vertical approach and moved from the slower, possession-heavy game. Under Flick, Barcelona switches from defense to attack more quickly, utilizing the gaps that opponents leave behind.
The squad has become more unpredictable as a result of this change, and they now use quick counterattacks as an effective weapon, particularly when facing high-pressing teams. Barcelona's assault has been revived by the increased verticality, which has made it easier for players like Rafinha and Robert Lewandowski to get rapid runs past opponents.
Don't care.